I'm now on the section north of Carlisle, maybe 2 or 3 miles north of Carlisle. It's very flat around here and a lot of going through lanes, and now I've come onto a little stretch of off-road on an old railway track. That's in the distance there, that's the old railway station, and over here is the track that I'm about to cycle down. Let's coordinate getting moving with holding my camera. There we go. bit of a wobble to start, but anyway. So it's very, as I say, it's very flat around here and nice. The wind is behind me. This is on day 12 of my ride. It's a fairly long day, somewhere between 65 and 70 miles. I'm not quite sure which. When I did the tracks on the there's a big rabbit running. Very good. I did the tracks on the map, and this day was so long it had more than 500 points on the track, which my GPS limits. It limits to 500 points per track, so I had to edit the track and cut out pieces which reduced it from about 69, 68 down to about 65 apparently on my GPS now, but I think that's just because I've cut corners on the track, so I got a feeling it's closer to 69 or 70. Anyway, that's enough technical rubbish. So there's not many of these off-road sections that I've had, but it's quite nice to find one or two. This one's relatively smooth. Obviously it's not often used, I don't think. It doesn't look like there's many bike ruts on the track. And the cows are obviously very content lying next to the side of the fence there. A bit wary. No, don't have to get up. So, again, I'm steering with one hand and looking at the road and the camera. Not easy. I need one of those helmet cams, really, don't I? Lots of nice blossom here on the side here. Is it elderflower? I'm not sure. Might be. There's a bridge coming up over a river. I don't think this the railway track bit lasts for very long. I don't want to drop my camera here and go through one of the cracks. That'll be it. You'll never see this fall. Bump. There we go. And that's a bit smoother now. There are some cycle tracks here, obviously some people use it, but I suppose it's cycling commuter distance to Carlisle. As I said, it's flat around this part of the country. It's still in Cumbria. Haven't moved into Scotland yet, but you can see there in the distance there are, well, I can see anyway, there's some hills over there. Today I have a long stretch through forest, through the Eskdale forest and other forests, and quite a lot of narrow minor roads going alongside those hills in the distance. To Innerleithen, which is a small town. It's about the next day is only 35 miles to Edinburgh. Innerleithen itself is probably direct line to Edinburgh is about 30. and then I've got to go into Edinburgh and negotiate all the roads around there and cycle paths. That's going to be a bit of a challenge, more complicated than this is, that's for sure. This stretch of old railway track only goes on for about, I don't know, a mile and a half or something, possibly. But it's very pleasant cycling along here, and the wind is coming across at the moment, coming across me, so that means it's coming from the west. I think it's going to possibly change direction later today, which will mean it might swing around more into my face. But I seem to be at the moment leaving some grey skies behind. It rained last night, and as you can see on the path here, there's quite a lot of puddles. It rained quite a lot actually. I was pleased to see by about 8 o'clock it had stopped. Even when I woke up this morning, it was still drizzling a bit. Oh, blimey, I don't want to fall off. That would not be good. Must be getting to the end of this off-road bit soon, I think. Well, I don't know, it's still carrying on. It would be very easy if I had two hands on the handlebars. Today in the B&B I was talking to some people at breakfast who are walking the Hadrian's Wall coast to coast route. I think they said they're taking nearly 2 weeks because they're stopping off at places along the way to sightsee, and they're getting their bags are being ferried from one point to the next by a company who does that kind of thing, rather than them having to tote it all along. Maybe coming to the end of it now, end of this railway track route. Onto the road maybe? Oh no, I've got to duck down. Didn't duck far enough. Fortunately I have a helmet, otherwise that would have scratched my head. Peaceful along here, a lot of bird song. Well, a bit of machinery noise there, but not too much. And I've seen rabbits and cows. I haven't seen many rabbits actually on the trip altogether. They were very big rabbits back there. Now, here's coming up to the gate where there's back onto the road again. So I'll be finishing this video quite soon. And here we go. There's one of these National Cycle Route signpost. Says Longtown 2, Gretna 6.5 and Carlisle 7.5, so that's how far I've gone. Well, that's the end of this video for now.